Hey y'all, it's Cindy Cobb with Around the Town of the South, and I'm about to go live on Super Talk Mississippi Metro with Rebecca Turner around the Metro, so y'all stay tuned.
Her name as well as her face, because I'm really impressed in what she's trying to do, not only for the Metro community, but then also across the South. Her name is Cindy Cobb. She is the founder of Around the Town in the South, and it is a fast-growing vlog, which is a little bit different than a blog. It's actually live video interviews that she is traveling. I guess what? How many states are you traveling?
Well, there are 14 states that are considered in the South, yet I did not realize that. I thought there may be 8. Right now, I'm from Mississippi, needless to say, so we've focused on Mississippi. We've been to Alabama, Tennessee, Louisiana so far, but we plan on showcasing things of interest, bringing positivity to the South through all the states eventually. I did do a live interview with Derek Campana. He is a veterinarian that created the prosthesis for animals, and he did the big elephant. He does pets.
What state is he in?
He's in West Virginia.
I was like, oh, is he in Mississippi? Because I feel like he's a good thing I need to get to know.
He's in West Virginia, and he was awesome. So that's been the farthest vlog I've had so far. Well, I'll take that back. I did Nick Mullins. He's from Alabama, but he went to school at Southern. He was a quarterback at Southern. He's now playing for the San Francisco 49ers. On the first day of his practice, he did an interview with me talking about, going pro in his life. He's an amazing young guy, and that was in California, but he's a Southern boy, so.
Well, let's back up, because we're diving right into what you're doing, but I'm always interested in how the people of the Metro, because you are from our central Mississippi area, wind up with these great ideas and doing really unique things. So Cindy, take us as far back as you need to take us into what sort of life steps primed you to sort of launch this vlogging site?
Well, in high school, I thrived in sales and marketing, and I loved it. I loved journalism. I loved the gift of gab. When I graduated high school, I wanted to be a flight attendant. College really wasn't my thing, and so I went down to apply at American Airlines, and they said you had to be 21. Well, I was 18.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'd go to school, I will cut hair until 21, and then I'll go be a flight attendant, because that was my dream since 13. And I got married, moved to Alabama. Needless to say, I opened a coffee news franchise over there. I came over here and saw what Johnny Webb had done here, and I said, we need that over there. And so I've always had a love for marketing, advertising, helping people, graphics, being creative. And when I came home 9 years ago, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I didn't want to do hair anymore, and the coffee news was already taken. So I've done a few things. I do events, and I was literally riding down the road in June on 220. I'll never forget it. It was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was just talking. I said, God, what am I supposed to be doing? I need to be making a difference. I don't feel like I'm making a difference in what I'm doing right now. What is it I'm supposed to be doing? And just a light bulb went off, and it's like he spoke to me directly. He said, around the town. And I said, around the town? And I remembered my cousin, Marietta Macmillan, had an article in the Bells on a Banner called Around the Town by Marietta Macmillan. And it was in the center of the magazine, center of the newspaper, and her content was always great. That's the first place you wanted to look at when you open that banner. And I immediately called her. I said, Marietta, this just happened. I know this is crazy, but I know this is some kind of sign. I said, what do you think? And she said, well, you can't do newspapers anymore. She said, Cindy, you did those live videos. You've been doing them for 9 years. I mean, I did one on how to pick toilet paper, and I got 4,000 views in a week. She said,
that's a topic we'll come back to
yeah,
one day, is how to pick toilet paper.
How to pick toilet paper, yeah. And it just went viral. And so she said, go Google these live videos. And so I got home that evening, and I just spent 3 hours, and there was, what the platform I wanted to give is live videos, bring positive to our state and our southern states, to bring tourism. So if you're in Missouri, why do you want to come to Jackson? What's there to see in Jackson? What's there to see in Mississippi? And showcase the people. We have some incredibly talented people that come out of Mississippi, artists, singers,
chefs.
Oh yes, Nick Wallace, chefs. So I wanted to showcase what we have, even our junior kids and our events. We have so many events that give back to our communities. It's just the love of the South.
Right.
And what I wanted to do, nobody was doing. And they're doing travel vlogging, which is live video, where they're going to a place and they're vlogging about the travel, but there's nothing like this. So I kind of created a platform.
This is the stories more than just, an ad campaign for a hotel or for a restaurant. This is more of just Because once you fall in love, and you know this is probably why you have never left the metro or why you have chosen to be here as a transplant, is it's not the billboards that get you here, it's the people. I mean, once you get here and sort of get to meet those that live, you know, sleep and breathe in your communities, you're like, this is the goal. This is what, you know, what you wish everybody else sort of knew about. So you had this great idea and you got your word, which I think is awesome because there's so many great stories that start with, I was just driving or running or doing whatever and calling out, and then it just sort of comes to you. What did you do next though? Because it's one thing to sort of see the burning bush, but then it's another thing to like harness it and turn it into something that starts to gain traction.
Okay, well, let me back up. I grew up in Mississippi to 22. I moved to Alabama. I was there for 17 years. I moved back home in 09 as single. I had so many people asking me, why are you going to Mississippi? You can go anywhere in the country. I said, because Mississippi's my home. Mississippi's home. I want to send the southern states. I just developed a business plan. I started, you know, YouTubing live videos. I started doing my research. I met with 3 key people that have been very influential in my life here in the last 9 years. I laid out my business plan. I said, what do you think, yes or no? And all 3, and they're very well known, they're very successful, they said, absolutely yes, you need to do this. This will be great. It's right up your alley. And so that was kind of affirmation from a community that I trust. And then I just started booking my stories, and I've created my social media pages, and you know, if I see a story or people would inbox me, I've got a story for you. And so it's also a community thing too, which I love. So we started, this is our 9th month. I do have a host, Cindy Toucher. She does her stories and she gets her own advertisers and she travels. We've done some things together. Most of them last between 12 and 20 minutes, depending on who you're talking to. You know, you're talking to Jill Connor Brown and Malcolm White and White Waters is 28 minutes, you know, because they have so much to say. They bring so much to our communities and to the South. But we try to do it in under 20 minutes.
So I was going to say, how do you sort of weed out what stories you want to tell, or is it literally you're just sharing what moves you, Cindy?
Both. I mean, we want to, in our stories, we always ask the question, how do you give back? In the story, in your story of life and your accomplishments, how are you giving back? And that ties it in to why we want them on our show, our vlog, because we want to promote them giving back. They've made it, you know, they've made it as a chef or as a musician or what have you, or an artist. How are you giving back to the communities in what you're doing? Whether raising money in events, doing things to help people, you know, that's kind of how we come up with what we do. And then we do places, like I went to the B.B. King Museum. I had a great vlog there. I did a Catfish Festival's coming up Saturday. I went to Belzona and I did a vlog with a farmer. He's also a catfish farmer. We're talking about the industry, talking about what it means for this festival to be there. Just bring light of the wonderful things that we have in the South to travel to.
Yeah. And too, you probably start to learn a whole lot about our area that you necessarily didn't know as well. Are you taking, because I know around the town in the South is live vlogs, which makes you a little bit different. They're not, you know, highly produced. They're not documentaries. You know, it's that real, you know, in the moment kind of thing, which I can appreciate. But do you store those anywhere? So if you do miss a vlog or want to go back and look, is there like a way that people can do that, or is it just all on your social media feed?
Yeah, that's a great question. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we have a website. And when we do our live videos, and we try to be live, but you know, when I'm out in the middle of a boat talking about alligator hunting with Ricky Flint, you know, I lose service. I have to then video part of it.
Yeah.
So, but the live, if there's live, you know, if I can get live Wi-Fi, we're going live. So what we do is we do the live on our Facebook page. We share it to a couple of other Facebook pages. Then we upload it on IGTV, Instagram. We put it on our YouTube channel, which is Around the Town in the South. Every single vlog we've ever done, including the crazy ones we've done. And then it goes onto our website, Around the Town in the South also. So any vlog we've ever done is, you can go look at anything you want to look at.
Now, I know you're not the first to necessarily, you may be the first to have the Around the Town in the South sort of mindset or business plan here, but you're not the first, Cindy, to sort of find themselves in a different situation in life. And I'm sure, you know, 20 years ago, you didn't think you would have moved back to Mississippi single and trying to figure life out second. What I love about your story is that you just didn't accept where life took you. You started to create this entire new chapter wherever you were sort of in life. I'm sure there's some scary parts to that. So if someone's finding themselves in a similar situation and maybe they've got inspiration to not do vlogging, but to, I don't know, write a cookbook or, start a recipe blog, or maybe just completely change the direction of their professional career, or have that second kid, who knows, whatever their life may sort of take them. How did you combat the fear or maybe the doubt that obviously creeps in to people who are wanting to do something new?
You just have to do it. I mean, fear is a daily struggle with everybody and everything that we do. When you wake up in the morning, it's a decision to make, this is what I'm going to do today. Everybody has a struggle that they've been through in their life. I don't care who they are and what they've done. There's been something in their life that knocked them back a few steps, and they had to get up. And there's a quote, it says, you've got to go through it to grow through it. And so making that decision, you got to go through it to grow through it. Bob Trickley, a good friend of mine from Jacksonville, Florida, he inspires me. But I grew up with two parents who were gypsies, and I'm going to say that because they moved around. I've moved probably 21 times in my whole life in different houses. They never, my parents, I guess I got the fear to walk through the fear through my dad and my mom. I mean, they basically, that's what they did. I watched them do that all their life. And if they, 1 minute they may have $1 in their bank account, 1 minute they may have $500,000 in their bank account, they were still Leon and Joanne Cobb, no matter what. And that's kind of what they instilled in me. So, I do listen to inspirational people. I listen to Les Brown, I listen to Jim Rohn, I listen to local people here. I mean, we have so many local people that inspire me. Find something that inspires you, talk to them about it, get your plan, and just get up and do it.
Get up and do it one step at a time. And let me just go and say, if what you're wanting to get up and do, well, really, it doesn't matter whether you're wanting to bake cakes or put your face on Facebook or, start a radio show or whatever it is that, you feel like you got to do. There's going to be somebody out there who may not like what you do. And I think that's the hardest part. We go ahead and just assume the worst, so we just never do it because we don't want to feel the sting of rejection. I don't care what phase you are in life. Rejection, SUCKS.
And it hurts. It's
and
painful.
It hurts, and
It
painful.
is. It is.
So how have you sort of navigated those waters by being very public with yourself and around the town in the South?
Well, that's funny that you ask. A couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, I was doing live videos and I was doing things. My whole life, except my dating life, is not social media. By the way, I had that because it's private.
Boundaries.
Yes, but what you see is truly what you get. And if whatever I'm doing, if I'm working for Susan G. Cobb, and if I'm doing an event for, I just did a thing with T.J. Harvey. I put it on social media. I want people to know what's going on in my life. If you don't want to know what's going on in my life, use your finger and scroll through. And I had this person, a friend of mine, inbox me on Facebook, and she said, I love your post. You're so positive. You're so creative. I love everything, but I hate your business post. And I kind of looked at it and I thought, now, do I really go Cindy Cobb on her? Like, really? Because I really wanted to say, delete yourself off my Facebook. You have that moment where you think, I thought you would support me. I support you. If there's something on your page that I don't like, I scroll right through it, okay? That's easy to do. Or unfollow me or delete me. It's fine. Not everybody's going to like you. You have to like you.
Yeah, I think that's the nugget there, Cindy, is you have to like you. And for what it's worth, I like you, and I like what you're doing. And I really do like the vision and the mission of Around the Town in the South, and I like that you expand it. Mississippi's home base, but then you do expand it throughout the South because they are our cousins, so to speak, in sort of this life and this lifestyle that we're all accustomed to, and morals and values that we sort of stick to and live by, as well as foods and recipes, as well as in Southern dialect. So where can we find you? Because I know you are everywhere. Is it Around the Town in the South on all platforms?
It is. And also on our Facebook page, we've had so many community groups reaching out to us, asking if we would put things on our page, and we really want the Around the Towns in the South page to be our vlogs. Our live videos or the videos on whatever we do. And so we've created 5 community groups for people to go in, and they can post on it, they can share on it about their music, like our local musicians, they're playing around town, where are they playing? They're welcome to put it on there. If they're dining, and I'm not talking about businesses, I'm talking about, but if you're in a restaurant and you're in Jacksonville, Florida, and you're at a restaurant and you want to showcase that restaurant, pop it on there, hey, I just popped in here, over here. Share the good things of the South on those 5 groups. I love having that. We've already gotten like 60 members on each. We just opened that Sunday, and those are groups that want to be there and they want to find out. The whole point is, if you're traveling, like for example, I'm going to South Carolina to a concert in September, and I'm going to be stopping along the way. Where can I stop? What can I do? And what can I see? And that's what we want people to know in the South.
Right. And I think you're doing a very good job of that. But I also think your story is also inspiring. So you keep sharing what sort of moves you, Cindy, and you're going to find those tribes that are going to stick with you around the South as you sort of go. But go, if you like her page or say hello, let her know that the Metro sent you here, or Rebecca did.